Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi. If this is your first time that you've seen this face, yes, you did not come here by mistake. You were meant to stumble on this channel. You know why? Because on this channel, you have Naomi here, me. I'm an entrepreneur with multiple hats. I am an interpreter, and I'm a translator. I'm a content creator. I'm a fashion designer, just to name few. And I speak fluently English and French. So on this channel, I will bring you all immigration matters, news, the good, the bad, the ugly. Everything, you will have it here. So I will be giving you news from great source and good sources because I live in Canada. I am based in Canada and in Montreal specifically. So do not hesitate to like. Have you subscribed to the channel? You have not subscribed yet. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comments. I'm waiting for your comments. If there's anything you want to talk about, comments. I always read my comments and I always reply to all the comments. Right? Okay, so today, what I'm going to share with you, it's going to be a story because as you hear around the news, it's boiling. Canada is boiling. They no longer want immigrants. And as I'm talking to you now, they are about to send many home. Unfortunately, they will send many packing. I will give to you in deep details few situation and few news. I will give you some, okay? So just that, I would like you to stay tuned. Do not forget, subscribe. Don't just look, subscribe, my friends. Don't you want our community to grow? Because I would like it to grow, guys. Come on. Subscribe, like, share. So, I'll bring you the news soon. Stay tuned. So, welcome back again. This is your girl, Naomi, speaking here. Welcome again. So, let's take it serious. That was just a warm-up for you just to adapt to my energy, just adapting to my energy, positive vibe, always positive. So I will bring you all the negative first. Not all is negative, come on. I know the news is boiling everywhere. People are discouraged. People are saying that, oh, my dream was to come to Canada. What is happening? There's nothing good coming out there. Oh, there are good news. But stay tuned for the good news at the end. Good things are always at the end. So those who are going to stay at the end, they are going to get the good news and the good surprise. There's a good gift for you at the end. I'm just waiting for it. So stay tuned, guys. So the first story I'm bringing to you tonight is we have a very sad situation of a Cameroonian fellow. It's in the news everywhere. The Cameroonian fellow came here a few years ago, and he sought asylum. Then, during the time he sought asylum, a few years, a little bit after, they have not granted him the status of asylum seeker, obviously. So, he had his job just hustling, Then he met French-speaking woman, and he got married, and they have one child. So he's got a daughter. And so they married and everything was going well. And she applied for spousal visa. That's how they call it. So she applied to sponsor, the Canadian woman applied to sponsor her Cameroonian husband. Obviously, because the law says if you are inland already applying for spousal sponsorship, it takes about 24 months, so it's longer. But if your spouse is out of the country, that's where it takes between 12, 14, 16, or a little bit, slightly more, but not 2 years, no. So once you're out of the country, The immigration will try its best to bring your partner as soon as possible. But once you're already together, they don't rush to give the permanent residence to your spouse. Therefore, they were busy having their life, everything going well. Suddenly, they've been waiting. There's nothing good. They had the news that the immigration officer at the security borders, he sought asylum there, obviously, because immigration that is dealing with your permanent residence is different from border service agencies immigration, obviously, so those are two different entities doing the same thing. So there's the one at the border and those in the office for permanent residence. Therefore, so his asylum, because he was rejected, so now he received a letter of leaving the country. So that according to his story, they did not find him to be qualified to be a refugee, to offer him a refugee status. Therefore, he has to leave the country. It was sad. It was heartbreaking. It was tearful. It was, all hearts were torn apart. So they start thinking how much their family will be torn apart. The father will be sent back to Cameroon, leaving the wife here with the little girl of 3 years old. Or it was like, all hell broke loose. Canadians were just begging with letters. People who knew them, all the letters, their immigration consultants, their lawyers, begging and everything for him to stay. To no avail. The thing that they got was they extended his deportation. So it was supposed to be done in September. So they've granted, according to the demand of his lawyer, they have granted another month so that he can bring all the proof that his candidate needs to stay in Canada. They prove everything. So we were all waiting hotly and, praying. They even came to all social media, diasporan news, diasporans TV, just to seek for help. People wrote letters to beg. I'm going to give you the outcome.
Je ne sais pas ce qui m'attend.
Cette corde, c'est le risque de devoir quitter sa famille, Amy et Mélanie.
J'ai une corde au cou parce que je ne sais pas ce qui m'attend.
Cette corde, c'est le risque de devoir quitter sa famille, Amy et Mélanie.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue sur la chaîne de l'immigration de...
So, his deportation was now due on the 4th of October. And people were hoping still for a last-minute miracle. And the thing is, the poor Cameroonian fellow was risking jail if he goes to Cameroon, because he said that in all news, it's everywhere, that yes, he's afraid because he's risking jail. The situation that brought him out of the country, and he sought asylum, now they're sending him back. So he said that he knows that what his fate is going to face will be jail. What is going to happen? Are they going to finish with him and kill him in prison? Anyway, you know how our countries are. So it was very sad, because despite his situation, and the woman, they ran out of resources because they needed to pay lawyer here and there because she was trying to keep her husband. And the man had such a good bond with his daughter, with his wife, it was really a very good family. Watching it, tears were rolling down my eyes. I was so much heartbroken.
Parce que je ne sais pas ce qui m'attend.
Cette corde, c'est le risque de devoir quitter sa famille, Amy et Mélanie.
J'ai une corde au cou parce que je ne sais pas ce qui m'attend.
Cette corde, c'est le risque de devoir quitter sa famille, Amy et Mélanie.
So, but sometimes the point with the law is what? Once you violate the law, there is no way they're going to forgive you. Because themselves, they cannot violate the law because of you. Situations and circumstances are all different. There are people that were facing deportations that it was stopped. They remain in the country. So each and every story is different. So guys, it's not like in Canada, it's like that. It's not everyone's case. Remember that each and every one case is particular. and each and everyone's story is different. So Jean-Emmanuel's story is a different story from whosoever. Nevertheless, unfortunately, the 4th of October, Emmanuel has to hand himself to immigration police officer at the airport at the later with appointment they gave him to put him on a flight back to Cameroon. They did not even allow his wife to say bye to him because they knew the woman was going to make obviously a scandal. When I just came across her post on TikTok, her message, it's very sad. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, you know. Emmanuel was finally deported back to Cameroon. My point here is what? You know, in every situation and circumstances in life, like I always say, there's always a lesson to learn. What lesson are we going to learn here? And the point of view I'm going to give, you're going to give also your point of view. You can leave that in the comments. I will read them and I will reply them to you. So, many people in Africa think, when they come and seek asylum, you get a house, you get everything, as if seeking asylum is such a best way to come and live in a country. If genuinely you've been persecuted in your country, seeking asylum is not a glamorous thing. Because you have left your country because of a situation that is very uncommon, that where you fear your life. That's why you run. So I just want to tell other people that, you know, seeking asylum doesn't guarantee you to have papers. That's what I want to say. Seeking asylum is not a guarantee that they will grant you a paper. Meaning what they will grant you, they will grant you that asylum status. It does not mean that at all. It doesn't mean that. So my point here is you really have to prepare. When you want to immigrate, I always say, prepare yourself to immigrate legally. Do you know why? Everyone and anyone that wants to go far in life, you need to prepare. Because abroad, there's no trees of money where people are just plugging as they're plucking mangoes from the trees. No, people still work here to earn dollars. Yes, there are a lot of job opportunities. Yes, you can have 2 or 3 jobs to be piling up dollars. But at the same time, it's not easy. It's hard. It's hard to make it. Life is expensive. You know, it's very hard. Come on, guys. So it's not just pinky rosy. You're still gonna work, you know, and life is very expensive. Then that was it. He's got deported. I'm gonna bring you the news of how is he there. Has he been arrested in Cameroon? How did he land it? How is the situation? So I will update you guys. It's just one of the saddest things that I really wanted to share with you, my audience, because you need to know. Everything is not just pink and rosy, you know. One thing people always forget, they think abroad is heaven. Abroad is not heaven. Abroad is what? You have left your country for better conditions. And all is not just bad. I will give you the benefit. It's just that people by all means will travel. But let me tell you that you don't always have to travel by all means. And when I will come to you to tell you why you should not travel by all means is what? I will come back with what you will not like to listen. Each and everyone have their own destiny. Not everyone is destined to travel and go abroad. And not everyone that is abroad has success, because many are hiding and many lie. They lie. Because they're suffering, but they cannot portray what they're suffering. They lie to you, you know. So, one thing I will tell you is, have you discovered your purpose? Many people are in the wrong land. Some people are meant to make success in Africa. But some choose even to leave all the success they are into it just because they want to come abroad. And once they come here, they start seeing the jobs that they will be They will be doing low-level job that they could not expect to do it back home in Africa or in the Caribbean. But just because they have this idea of everything is rosy and it's pink. So it's not rosy and pink. And you find out yourself that you start doing the jobs that even in Africa you did not do such a low job to earn a living. Then, because of being on the wrong land, the problem is what? Once you have not discovered your purpose, you are going to go where everyone is going. Where the crowd is going to the north, you will go to the north. When the crowd is going to the south, you will go to the south. When the crowd is going to the east, you go to the east. When the crowd goes to the west, you go to the west. Because everyone is going abroad, you also have to go abroad. Everyone is not meant to be abroad. But how do you know it? That's where I'm coming from now. By discovering who you are. And you will not be able to discover who you are unless you connected to God. Because God is the one who has created you. And He has created you for a specific purpose. Unless you have found that purpose to be able to tap into your destiny and to tap into your blessing, you are not going to. You'll be flying left. Wind will go left, you go left. Wind right, you go right. Many people have missed it in their life because they are in the wrong land. They are in the wrong land. Many people have missed it because they are in the wrong land. Very true. Maybe you were meant to prosper in Africa, but you're thinking coming abroad. Did you pray about it? Or did you force God that I am going despite one? You first have to seek your Creator. Where do I go? Because the word of God Himself says, the steps of the just are ordered by the Lord. That's the word. Yes, thank you. The steps of the just are ordered by the Lord. Means what? If you are a just, God orders your steps. So, you can't go where everyone is going. You need to seek God first. Is it God willing for you to go? God might want you to go abroad even for a certain time, then after go back. God might want you even to come and live here abroad, but seek God first. Then He will tell you exactly where is your destiny. So, coming back to the wrap-up of this video, I want to give you news of what is happening now. Is many people, unfortunately, are going to face deportation. But what are the category of people that are going to face deportation according to the news? There was this visitor visa, where you could come and seek and look for look for a contract from an employer. Then you apply for work permits inland. You stay whilst your work permit is there and you can stay. But many people flocked. Many people flocked into Canada with visitor visa, hoping to get that contract. But many did not get, and some of people got the contract. Yes, some got, but some did not. Very few returned back home. So many, what did they do? They seek asylum. So you have now the government that is low, that is like overload with people that have sought asylum. And you have on the other hands, students that came on a student permit visa and did not study, they seek asylum. And now it angered them. Like, if you prove that they gave you the visa because you prove that you have sufficient funds to come and study, but now you're seeking asylum, what does that mean? It's like you're mocking them or you're using them and just to come to Canada. So you have those people. All the hostels are full. They all have to hire hotels to be able to put people there because they cannot handle anymore. So the country is, is like on high alert. It's packed. There's no space. So we have housing crisis, and it's serious in the whole Canada, and it's Quebec province where I am. Because they did not plan that many people will flock into their country. Therefore, what they're going to do amongst them, let me tell you. They will select some people. The good news is what? Amongst those people, if they have, some of them, if they have good profile, meaning what? Profiled to be able to work in their country and contribute to their economy, they will keep them. But those who do not have good profile, and that will not add anything and any value into their country, unfortunately, they will be sent off home. They will be deported. So that is the unfortunate truth. They will be deported. So friends, a lot of people are going to be deported back to Africa. Yes, that is what it is. It is the truth. I'm not here to bring a bad message to you, but I'm just bringing you the truth. And what we're learning from this story is what? Prepare before you leave. Make sure you have enough money before you leave. And you cannot live a life because you are imitating people. You cannot live a life because wind is blowing there, you go with the wind. Seek God first. Ask if it's God will. Pray about it. God will direct you, obviously. Okay? Some people insult me. They say, oh, I'm here and don't just want people to come. Obviously, I want you to come. I came here legally. So my advice to you, come in legally. There are ways you can come in legally. If you have a good certificate, you know, or a skill, you know, you can immigrate to Canada legally. There are many immigration programs online there. You can go and check. There are many immigration programs that you can look. Then, the one thing why many people fail is what? When they talk about the language test, many people will go and do language tests and they come back with bad marks. Guess what? Bad marks, you can never come into Canada as long as you have bad marks. Because the IELTS level, the pass mark is 7, the band. So if you score below 7 band, you can't come to Canada, unfortunately. So it's up to you to work hard, to put effort in what is important for you to pass your mark 7 band. If you fail, you redo. But if you prepare thoroughly, you can pass with the require mark, which is 7. Okay? So that's what I'm telling you today. Because they just take extremely, you know, excellent people. That's the bottom line. They take excellent candidate. So if you want to be an excellent candidate for Canada, prepare, study, get skills, 3 years minimum experience, work experience. Now, I just want to announce to you that I will be teaching languages of preparation for English-speaking people. I will be teaching you French. Because the good news I want to bring you is what? Quebec province still have openings. It's not because, it's just they were submerged, but there are a lot of opportunities in Quebec province if you could speak French. So now a lot of people came into Quebec and they are diverting to other provinces because for Quebec to give you permanent residence, they are required to study French because it's obvious. French is their language. They don't want their language to die. You can't come and use them and just leave. No. So, and they are right. Quebec province is a very good province. Just the language. And I know many English-speaking people, they always find it difficult to study French. I am French-speaking mother tongue. French is my first language. English is my second language. But why am I speaking English well? Because I've made sure at school, I've made sure I study the base of a language is grammar. If you have grammar, you have the key. So I'll be offering classes soon. Whoever is interested, I want your comment if I can teach you English, French. Because you being an English speaking, I know it's difficult. And many people that are inland already and learning French end up dropping. Because the teacher doesn't care from where you're coming from. The teacher comes to teach you that French and that's it. So it's difficult. Me speaking English to be teaching you French, it will be easier for you. So do you really want that? I want your comments and you can write to me to take English classes. I can help you and can give you English lessons. So that is the good news. If you just prepare to come to Canada, my friends, you're going to travel well-traveled to come abroad. You're going to prepare to leave your country, to prepare to settle here. Okay? Then you don't have stress of papers, stress of bad jobs, and hustles. You will come settled, my friends. Learn French and come to Quebec. Why not? Learn French. When you always have one language extra, it always opens you doors. I've had always open doors because I speak fluently English and French. And just tell you, just a quick bracket story. I was born in Cameroon and immigrated to South Africa to study and had my own working career there. And now immigrate to Canada. So I'm a citizen of 3 nationalities now. But what was the secret of my success in South Africa? Did I ever told you that? Language. It's not because I had the highest certificates than people or whatsoever, but the fact that I was able to speak and fluently English and French. My friends, I always had best job. I'm an administrative assistant by profession, speaking fluently English and French. So I had the best job. I had a very, South Africa is my home. I had the best experience there. My career was excellent. I work in big companies, assisting big bosses. Friends, learn languages. It will take you far, far beyond what you can expect. On this, I'm going to leave you this evening, hoping that you have listened to everything that I've told you today. You have learned some lessons and you are not discouraged of all. Don't be discouraged. You can still come to Canada well prepared, well settled. Don't become a casualty. Come in legally, settle legally, stay legally. You will enjoy. Okay? Please do not forget. Did you subscribe? Do not forget to subscribe, my friend. Subscribe, like the video, comment, share it into your community to enlarge the community so you can see the bubbly face again of Naomi. Okay, guys. Peace, love, blessings. Stay tuned. Always stay tuned because here you can have the best, the blast, the good with me, your girl, Naomi. Peace.